Good afternoon and Assalamualaikum. My name is Umi Nazirah. Today I want to present about two companies to be my choice in this assignment are Maxis Berhad and DJ.com Berhad. In this task, I need to calculate financial ratio such as liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, profitability ratio, efficiency ratio, and return analysis. Liquidity has three types, which is current ratio, quick ratio, and cash ratio. For current ratio, for Maxis gets a value of 0.53, while DG gets 0.67. In this case, DG gets a higher value than Maxis. In this case, DG is able to pay obligation in a short term and debts in certain period, while Maxis is able to pay well. Quick ratio for Maxis gets a value negative 0.21, while DG gets 2. This shows DG is able to use money or current assets to settle current liabilities in a short time. Cash ratio for Maxis gets a value of 0.98, while DG gets a value of 0.17. This indicates Maxis is capable of repaying short-term debt by means of cash or near cash source such as usually marketable securities. Next financial ratio is profitability ratio. Profitability ratio has 5 points, which is gross profit margin, operating profit margin, return on asset, and return on equity. Gross profit margin for Maxis got a value of 76.45, while DG get a value of 75.72. This how Maxis is adapt at making the difference between income and the cost of goods sold by income. Gross margin is expressed as a percentage. Operating profit margin for Maxis got a value of 75.94, while DG get a value of 108.95. This shows DG gets a lot of the profit. The company makes from $1 of sale after production. Costs such as wages and raw materials. Net profit margin for Maxis gets a value of 3.52, while DG gets a value of 1.09. This shows Maxis is able to measure how much net income or profit is generated as a percentage in income. Net profit margin describes how much of the revenue per dollar a company collects translate into profit. Returns on asset for Maxis gets a value of 3.27, while DG gets a value of 0.25. This indicates a Maxis profit ratio that can be more profit, that a company can be more profit, that a company can generate than its asset. To measure how efficient a company management is in generating revenue from their economics source or asset on the balance sheets. Return on equity for Maxis gets a value of 0.99, while DG gets a value of 0.31. This suggests Maxis makes a measure of business profitability in relation to equity because shareholder equity can be calculated by taking all assets and reducing all liabilities. For efficiency ratio has four parts, which is inventory turnover, average collection period, receivable turnover, and total asset turnover. For inventory turnover, for Maxis gets a value of 0.23, while DG gets a value of 0.78. This indicates DG is participant in measuring how many times inventory is sold or used in a period. This is calculated to see if the business has excess inventory when compared to its sales level. Average collection period for Maxis got a value of 341.67, while DG got a value 589.25. This show DG calculates by dividing the average receivable account balance by the total net credit sales for the period, or multiplying the revenue for the number of days in that period. Receivable turnover for Maxis gets a value of 1.07, while DG gets a value of 0.61. This shows Maxis can collect sales made on credit. This refers to a sales for which payment is deferred until after the date of sale. Total asset turnover for Maxis gets a value of 0.93, while DG gets a value of 0.23. This indicates Maxis gets a high ratio for total sales or revenue to average asset. These metrics help investors understand how efficiently companies use the method. DuPont analysis for Maxis gets a value of 1.06, while DG gets a value of 0.31. This shows the DG is of return on equity is equal to profit margin multiplied by asset turnover multiplied by financial leverage. Future value for ordinary annuity, Maxis get a value of 36944,805.18, while DG gets a value of 212507897.7. This indicates the DG value of the asset at the particular dates is high. This measure a particular date is high, measure the nominal amount for the future money that a certain amount of money is worth at given time in the future. Future value for annuity due got a value 38093.930.18, while DG got a value of 47309396836.9. This show the DG of the payment network made at the beginning of each period in the series. Formula for future annuity value refers to the value at a particular future dates of a series of periodic payment where each payment is made at the beginning of a period. Present value for 5% makes it got a value of 116,558.84, while digit got a value of 627,220.90. This shows digit is future cash flows are discounted at a discount rate, and the higher the discount rate, the lower the current value of future cash flows. For present value 15% makes this value is 67529.57, while DG get